Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel, welcome to the new week, and welcome to me, the birthday girl. The birthday was yesterday, so I took a day off for readings, but here we are. I'm back with you guys, back doing readings, and as a lot of you already know, because I kept talking about it, we have a big time full moon in Scorpio coming up tomorrow. April 23rd, so this reading is going to be dedicated to that full moon. It's also called the pink moon, up to you to decide whether it's pink to you or not, but we are in Taurus season officially, so yes, the full moon is in Scorpio, and as you know, Scorpio energy is generally about transformation. It's that whole death and rebirth, and that's been the motto of the whole month of April. Seriously, it was those big eclipses, right? We've been talking about it. So this is like that next step, like the next milestone in this bigger transformational journey, especially for us, the twin flames. Okay, so let's see what it means. Let's get some advice. And I have brought my Beyond Lemuria deck, which I don't use very often these days, but I felt guided to use it for this full moon reading. Let's get a card for Divine Feminines first of all, and then of course we'll go into tarot. So we'll follow the usual vibe, but it will definitely have this full moon in mind. We got two cards. I knew it was gonna be two. The last question will be on what is the outcome of this full moon for, or the purpose of this full moon for the feminines and for the masculines collective. Wow, look at these colors. And this deck, I promise you, it's not all blue for those who don't know. So this is a big deal that they're so similar. We have number 28, Gracious Receptivity, and number 32, Internal Explorer. They're both about the yin energy, about the internal, about going within, about acceptance and receptivity. It's all about the feminine energy, right? So let me read the messages, as I don't use it very often. I don't have as good of a grasp on all the messages. Actually, I had a bookmark on the Gracious Receptivity. I'll only read the divinatory meaning, but I feel like it's important, so let's take a moment. Consider your relationship with gratitude, how comfortable you feel receiving and what you love to give. Are there themes that allow you the joyous overflow of giving without limitation? How can you add this to the lives of others more often, away from the fear that you will get used up if you give without guaranteed reciprocity? Are there areas where you're overextending yourself? Can you give more from areas where you're stronger and have more skill and capacity? Right now, you may feel you have little to give. If so, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun on your face on a winter's day, or a compliment from a stranger, allow yourself to drink every drop. After all, it is up to you how deeply you wish to drink of the gift that is shared. Often, we have only a little sip, even when there is so much more we could appreciate. And yet it is beautiful when you give to someone and they light up and receive it fully. Gratitude, self-love, and self-worth are interwoven with the capacity to receive. Together, they nourish your soul. Step into your heart space by listing all you are grateful for and notice how full you start to feel. From this place, your gifting capacity can spiral upward. Very, very nice. And I definitely resonate with this message and I'm taking it in. Maybe we'll reread it again afterwards. The other one is External Explorer. You are invited to explore the state of flow. This card is also a reminder that you're an infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed, so go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. Love it, love it. Such a beautiful reading already. Let's see what we have for Divine Masculines. And by the way, don't forget to like the video, to share, and also to subscribe to my channel. definitely help circulate these messages. And don't forget to check out my latest Mindfully Awake episode. This last time I was talking about building emotional intimacy in relationships, which I feel more and more that, and I can see it from actual stories of people I know, that we don't pay enough attention to. What do we have for the masculines? Just gonna do this. Love and compassion. Wow, so beautiful. This is the high heart chakra. But I mean, it's not, they actually have a card for that. So, well, actually maybe, because it has a sigil here. You can do an exercise. But it's not like, it's not a chakra card per se, which they do have them in this book. So I am going to read the divinatory meaning. This card invites you to bring more love into the situation at hand, whether it is toward yourself or someone connected to the question. It may imply a need for forgiveness or for seeing things from a fresh, more expansive perspective. This card is a reminder that you're loved and have infinite access to the gentle yet powerful force of love and compassion, as and when you need it. To bring yourself back into your heart, think about those you love and moments with them where you have felt joy. Expand this feeling out to more and more people, creatures, and places until the whole planet is infused with this beautiful, warm, and lovely feeling. Remember, fill up your cup first, then spread the joy. Okay, this was the message for the masculine. Now, let's see what we have with tarot. And I picked the Muse Tarot today. I love its surrealistic vibe, and to me it's very much moon energy, so why not? So we'll check on the energies. We'll see what is the additional meaning of this full moon for each, like what kind of accent it gives to the energies. And then the last one is going to be the outcome, the potential outcome, right? Like, why is it happening? What is it giving us? Where is it taking us? What's on the other side? In tarot, we like to ask what's on the other side. Which again, of course, still has an element of free will. And that's how you should take these readings, right? Like, this is a potential. We're talking about it like these are the opportunities that the energies reveal that you have at hand. But at the end of the day, it definitely depends on how you're gonna play your part in this situation, right? Which sometimes means acceptance and going with the flow, sometimes means taking decisive, brave action, up to your discernment, right? Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck, or Four of Voices in this deck. To me, this is always a spa card. That's how I call it. Like, you know, taking rest, but like really indulging yourself in whatever is both healthy and enjoyable for you. That's needed right now, very, very much. We've been through enough in April and just generally over the last few months, so why not? Ace of Wands. That will bring the spark of inspiration and creativity to you, especially if you felt like you haven't had that for a while. Feminines, you have the Star clarified by Six of Pentacles. So you definitely are moving along and you're getting some insights from the divine on what the reciprocity means in the larger schema of things, not just you and that specific someone, your twin, your friend, your mom, whoever, right? But you understand on the collective level what it means. It's more, well, I was gonna say it's more an Aquarius energy. The Star is the Aquarius energy, right? Where Aquarius is about the humanity, the collective, right? So you're looking at the larger paradigms, and we saw that with gracious receptivity anyway. I was just talking about it. I read the excerpt, and feel free to come back to it for more detail. But that's what it is essentially, like understanding this mechanisms of giving and receiving freely, fully, and in a loving way that doesn't take away from anyone, whoever is giving or receiving. Beautiful. Masculines, Page of Materials, clarified by Two of Wands. I like that there are actually two here and two here. So this is like going through, to me, it's like going through the portal right now. It is about making a choice, right? But we have the Page of Pentacles in the forefront. This is making a choice for something new to you, right? It's like grounding, harnessing some new energy that you're still learning about. And yes, for some, it could be about making money, like taking your finances to a better state by doing something new. I don't know, maybe it's like refinancing your house or something on your house mortgage, right? Like maybe it's not the most obvious thought that you had in mind, but you got that idea and you're going with it, and you're still new to it, you're still figuring things out, but that in essence should help you with finances, right? But for others, it doesn't even have to be with like actual monetary compensation. Pentacles could be any kind of resource, especially in this deck when it shows up as roses. To me, it's like, and we have the Earth Day today, by the way, right? So this is almost like, how can I create more in this world? What kind of choices should I make? Or how do I make a choice that it's a more of creating, of expanding, of making the world a better place kind of idea, right? Think environmental protection, think more harmonious coexistence between human beings and things like that, right? Like how do I go beyond like one specific immediate personal goal, right? Very interesting. So the additional aspect for this full moon, Ace of Voices clarified by King of Swords. So Ace of Swords, King of Swords, right? Just like looking the truth in the eye, right? The full moon reveals secrets, hidden emotions, things that for one or another reason we don't want to face on a daily basis, right? And this is like big time seeing the truth in it, not seeing it as something painful, as something you want to get away from, but seeing it as the truth that can be healing and can take you forward, that can take you to that next level, right? It's like that, wow, like I was looking all around it, but I was missing, like I never looked under this rock. I never looked behind this door. And that's where the answer was this whole time. So what is it for the feminines exactly? Seven of Inspiration clarified by Three of Cups. This is Seven of Wands in this deck, right? And with this visual, it's a little bit different storyline here. But what I'm seeing is like, how do you break out of self-sabotaging, of too much of self-preservation that can prevent you of having great experiences in life, right? Like how do you allow for enough freedom and frivolity even to be able to have this joy, to have celebration without feeling like it's a threat to something in your own space, that people are taking advantage of you of some sort, right? Like how to choose that healthy medium. That's what the feminines are looking at right now, and the truth around it. Like you don't have to, I mean, it's an extreme example, but still, you don't have to keep yourself locked up at home in order to keep your energy safe, right? It's not like you cannot do public events or go to a party or something, or throw a party yourself, because you're always afraid that it's not going to be good for your energy field, and you'll have to spend a lot of resources protecting your energy, right? Like, it doesn't have to be that way. And now you see how. For masculines, two major arcana is the Magician and the Justice. It's a 1 and an 11, which already is talking about going to the next level, right? Yeah, so the masculines are looking at what their responsibility is in the bigger picture of karma, rebalancing. Remember, we saw that just recently, this kind of energy, right? That karma is coming back to bite them, right? But they're seeing what the role that they've played in it, truthfully, right? They've seen how it's not like there is this hand of the divine that punishes or rewards, and you never know. It's like a lottery. You don't really know how that algorithm works, you know, quote unquote. But now they're starting to see more clearly, and like some specific case, of course this is a collective reading, so it will be different for different people. Whatever that recent experience was, whatever that last cycle was, they're gonna see very clearly that it's not at random. It's not just like, oh, so I didn't know what was gonna happen and this is what happened, so I'm just taking it in. No, they understand now. They see the chain of events that led to that. Sorry, guys. That led to this outcome, how they were responsible for it. And I mean, it could be negative and positive. It could be some of that and some of that, right? It's not all black and white, but the key is it's not even about positive or negative. It's about seeing the connection. The last question is, what is the potential outcome from this full moon in Scorpio for the feminines? Eight of Materials clarified by Knight of Pentacles. So many pentacles. So we are stepping into the era of pentacles, right? So this is seeing where to invest. Where do you put your resources, right? You'll see it more clearly. And what is the past? Like a little bit further away or larger picture, right? Like not just, like it's still gonna be, you'll see how it all makes sense. It's not like, oh, it's developing so slowly, I don't really understand where we're going with this, right? Like you will be able to zoom out and see how it makes sense in the grander picture of things, and then it'll be a lot easier to follow this through in this Knight of Pentacles energy. What's the outcome for the masculines? Wow, the Hanged Muse and the Four of Wands. Oh my god. So masculines again will be able, I was just talking about it for the feminines with different cards. Masculines will be able to see a different perspective on how the connection is coming together. What are the ingredients to make it happen? And what is still missing, right? The Muse, I love that it's the Muse here, right? Like they will be getting this inspiration of like, oh yeah, now I get it. Now I know exactly what I need to do next, right? Like seeing where there's still some loose ends that they need to tie up in their life. And they're not necessarily about being the strongest, the healthiest, the richest, whatever, right? But this is still like, okay, so here things aren't really that crystal clear. Over there, I'm still wasting my energy on something that I shouldn't be wasting my energy on, because it should be within our connection and within our union, right? Like, so we can create together, right? But if you have those kind of drafty places in your life, right, like the energy is gonna go away and you won't have enough to create, as well as for personal exploration and growth within this connection, right? So the masculines are seeing the picture much clearer of what is next, what is to come. And if they were concerned that this connection was coming together too slowly, then they will see why. Just stop worrying about it. How beautiful is it? Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.